Good morning, everybody. This is Saravanan, Assistant Professor, the Department of Information Technology, Kongunadu College of Engineering and Technology. So I would like to share you a concept of Java Bean. Java Bean is an excellent programming concept in Servlet and JSP. So it should be a very nice concept. This should be used for providing a security to the data and not allow the unauthorized people to access the data in direct. So they should be allow the users to access the data through member functions. It's like a getter and setter type of member functions. And this is very nice concept. So I would like to share this information with you through this. Yeah. Java Bean. Java Bean is a software component that has been designed to be reusable in a variety of different environments. There is a restrictions on the capability of the bean. It may perform a simple function such as obtaining an inventory value or a complex function such as forecasting the performance of stock portfolio. So this should be how to use for two different types of tickets, like a simple type and complex type too. A bean may be visible to an end user. One example of this is a button and the graphical user interface. So that button click is act like and bean like activities. So the bean may also be invisible to the users. So software to decode a stream of multimedia information in real time is an example of type of building blocks. So we may able to use the Java bean as a simple function and complex functions as a user visible and invisible type of activities. Finally, a bean may be designed to work autonomously on the user's workstations or this to work in cooperations with a set of other distributed components. Software to generate a pie chart from a set of data points is an example of bean that can execute locally. However, a bean that provides a real-time piece information from a stock or a commodities exchange would need to work in cooperations with other distributed software to obtain its data. So there is an introspection concept in Java Bean is a very nice concept. This should identify in the core Java Bean concept. This is the process of analyzing a bean to determine its capability. It allows other applications such as the design tool to obtain the information about the component. Without introspection, Java Bean technology could not be operable. There are two ways in which the developer of a bean can indicate which of its properties, events, and methods should be exposed. With the first method, the simple naming conventions are used. This allows the introspection mechanism to infer the information about the bean. The second way is an additional class that extends the BeanInfo interface is provided that explicitly supplies this information. Design pattern for the properties just available in the Java Bean. A property is a subset of bean state. The values assigned to the property is determine the behavior and appearance of that component. The properties, it's mean like on what are all the variables we are used in our class. Those variables are like called properties of the particular class. So various properties like, for example, if we have on student informations means like student register number, student name, student age. These are all different types of properties. So a property is set through the setter method and the property is obtained by using the getter method. There are two different types of properties like simple and indexed types are available here. So if it is a simple type of property means a simple property has a single value. It can be identified by the following design patterns. Suppose where n is the name of the property and t is its type means public t get n. So here get n, that n is the property name and the return type place t is the type of value which is going to return. And as a setter function, it's like public void set n. They should be having an argument like a t arg. So a read or write property has both of these methods to access its value. A read only property has only a get method. A write only properties has only the set method. Here are three read and write simple property along with your getter and setter methods are available. So the properties like depth, height, and width, those properties are the type of double. So according to the depth, there is a get depth and there is a set depth method. And like an height and width, there is a get height and set width and get width methods are available here. So those getter and setter methods are used for setting and getting its corresponding values. So those methods are like in simple methods or in simple property concepts. And there is an indexed property. So here an indexed properties consist of multiple values available. So it can be identified by the following design patterns where n is the name of the property and t is the type of the properties. So just as usual the same. So here as we have to use, it's not like a single values one, is in collection of values one. It's like an array or a list. So within the array or list, we have to access a specific value from the specific locations. So that specific location is an index of the particular location that as we have to use it to access the value. So for we have to use index value in the getter method and set method too. So public t get n of int index. So this getter functions, n is as usual the property name and t is its type of value it's going to return. And for this getter method, there is an argument like an index. This index is going to identify from where we are going to access the value. So as an example, here is an indexed property called data is allowed with its getter and setter methods. So we have a double type of array. The name is data, and as we have to create a getter and setter methods for accessing a particular location value, and as we have to set the data to the particular location. So we have to set a value to the particular location. So we have to send the index value and value which was we have to assign, and we have to get means we just have to use the index value to fetch the data. So we are going to using the BeanInfo interface. Is a nice interface, is more helpful for us for a lot of activities. As the preceding discussion shows, is design patterns implicitly determine what information is available to the user of the Bean. So the BeanInfo is an interface is enable you to explicitly control what information is available and as what type of information as we have to access to. So this BeanInfo interface is defined several methods, is including like get property descriptors, get event set property descriptors, and get method descriptors. The different types of properties which is available in the Bean is used for accessing the property descriptions, event set descriptions, and method descriptions. What are all the different types of methods event sets, and properties are available here. Those information as we have to access through this particular property. This is what the BeanInfo interface providing methods. So there is a persistence in Bean. Persistence is the ability to save current state of the bean, is including the value of the bean properties and instance variables to non-volatile storage and retrieve them at a later time too. The object serialization capabilities provides by the Java class library. They are used to provide the persistence for the bean. So the easiest way to serialize a bean is to have it implement java.io.serializable interface, which is the simply a marker interface. Implementing java.io.serializable makes serialization automatic. So your bean, its need take no other actions. So automatic serialization can also be inherited here. So what is designed that only it's going to do? It's not going to check anything else. If any superclass often bean implements the java.io.serializable, then the automatic serialization is obtained. There is one important restrictions is available here. That is, any class that implements the serializable must supply the parameterless constructor. So there is an customizer, a bean developer can provide a customizer that helps other developer configure the bean. Customization can provide a step-by-step guide through the process that must be followed to use the component in the specific context. In online documentation can also be provided here. This is going to support for the use of how to use the softwares like. So the bean developer has a great flexibility to develop a customizer that can differentiate his or her product in a marketplace. So see, these are all the different types of details about the Java bean. This is more helpful for people's those are going to use the Java bean for their development. It's a very nice and excellent concept, which is most probably useful for an application implementations in online situations. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you understand this well. So thank you.